So we're here at the ABP stand at Ploughing 2023 and I'm joined by ABP Food Group's Agri Sustainability Manager, Stephen Connolly. Stephen, tell us a little bit about what the beef processor is doing to improve sustainability, I suppose starting on farms.
Yeah, I suppose first of all, if you look at our demo farm, which is something we've invested heavily since 2015 now, so we have a trial farm down in County Carlow, and that focus there is looking at the role of genetics to add to, I suppose, improve the efficiency on farm, but also improve the sustainability. So that's a key one. So look, it's looking at if we can get the right genetics from the dairy herd, can that, would say, reduce the age at finish, can it add extra carcass weight, and can it also produce animals that have a lower methane?
And I suppose just briefly, Stephen, what is the beef system in place on the ABP demo farm?
So the system is dairy calf to beef. We finish our heifers at 19 months. And we actually have 140 heifers finished, 2022 born heifers to date, and then we finish our steers at 21 months. So that's typically your heifers about 275 kilos and your steers at 320 kilos. Try and get as much grass into the diet as possible and with as minimal amount of concentrates.
And I suppose from the genetics perspective of the livestock on the farm, Stephen, what kind of trends or what are you seeing as regards?
Look, we've been there at this a long time now, and what we've seen since all the data, we put through over 4,000 animals, and we can say over €200 difference in carcass value to the farmer at the same age. So that's huge. And in terms of when we looked at the carbon footprint, there was a 13% reduction. So it's huge. And even this year, and the animals that we've trialed so far, there's massive variation again. So constantly every year we're seeing that. There could be up to 50 kilo difference in carcass at exactly the same age.
So really it's the animals that are more environmentally sustainable are also more economically sustainable on farms as well.
They go hand in hand. If you can get a more efficient animal, that will transform into lower carbon footprint, which again you need that. You need both going together. I suppose not just the animal as well. The animal is one thing, then it's looking at, we'll say, the health of the animal, so buying the calves from a good source. We're looking at what's the best rearing system, and so what we've started to go on to now is looking at multi-species, the multi-species swards, and seeing can that give us a further reduction in costs, but also a further reduction in our carbon footprint.
So I'm sure we'll be hearing more about the multi-species, but another notable one on the ABP demo farm is the red clover silage. How has this been working on the system?
Yeah, sure, it's 3-4 years with the red clover silage. To be honest with you, it was something we seen on the organic farm in Good Herdsman, and we said, look, can we try it, see if it works? And look, we're putting zero chemical fertiliser on that ground. We'll say this year I think we've got over 200 bales of red clover silage, and what we're doing is we're then mixing that with our conventional, and it's dropping down our need for our protein in our concept, which helps reduce the cost by €20 a tonne, and it also reduces our soya. And look, there is that area of soya, is it sustainable or not? So we're getting as much homegrown protein into the animals as we can.
And another thing we hear a lot about in the Advantage Beef programme is asking about the genetics of the calves you're buying. Is the commercial beef value, does it have a role to play in this, and what role? If so, what role?
Yeah, I suppose the research on the trial farm, implementing this through the Advantage programme and promoting that to farmers. The genetics are a huge part to play, and the CBV. Look, please God, in the next couple of years, the National Genotyping programme, that will drive CBV, and look, it is the way forward once it's balanced for a suitable carcass. It is the way forward. Look, even this spring we put over 2,000 doses of semen out into dairy farmers, and we hope, in time, we want to be able to, I suppose, when calves have been sold, that the ones with the high CBV will have a different price than the ones with low CBV. So that hopefully that would.
And are the farmer members of the Advantage Beef programme, are they seeing the benefit of using the higher CBV or buying the higher CBV calves?
Look, when we actually looked at the data, even looking at the beef benchmark report where we give their awards out, when we see there, when we break their animals into top third on CBV versus bottom, you can see better conformation, younger and better carcass weight. And it's there in black and white.
And of course that's all back to profitability and sustainability going hand in hand.
And look, even this year we would have linked, we've roughly 600 calves directly to beef farmers from dairy farmers, and you can hear they want to buy calves again next year. So there's definitely added value there. So look, we need to ask that question. We need to use the CBV. Genotyping will help push that on, and building that relation with the dairy and beef farmer. Dairy farmers are all also beef farmers. So there has to be that relationship built. So it is.
Stephen, thank you very much.
No problem. And great to have you, Breifne.